Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Got to get to the 8. He's going to take off and run. Mendoza weaves his way first and goes diving toward the end zone. Touchdown! Beck steps up, delivers downfield, intercepted! Jamari Sharp makes the pick that will clinch Indiana's first national championship.
Hey, what's going on? I told you we're back, and we're back for good, Jack, like for a long time now. I think if it goes the way we should, we'll be doing it from now and through January. And by guys I'm doing it with, it's Brandon and Seth. Seth, what's up? You talk first.
What's up, guy I'm doing it with?
This week in HBO's Oz.
Did you guys watch? You guys watch that show? I'm assuming Brandon watched Oz.
I have never seen an episode.
Not
Seth?
a minute. Scared the hell out of me, even after I realized it wasn't like a Wizard of Oz spinoff.
No,
it could not be any further away from that.
Yeah,
I've never
you hear
watched it
Oz,
either.
you make an association. I don't know what to tell you.
That's the Baltimore show, right?
Yeah, it's the prison show. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Just
Well,
like
let's
we're
get
gonna
back.
Put Aiden Schillis in prison.
Oh. All right.
That's
moving
awful.
on. Moving on. Here we go. No real recruiting updates unless Brandon's got some like future things we've done some offers on. We'll talk a little bit about
two things. I got two things,
Okay.
and I think both of them are pretty big.
Let's do it.
I won't bury the lead. Crystal ball for sales to Indiana again. There was
Who
an update
was it this time?
It was the same guy that made it on May 13th. So I know we've already talked about this.
Yeah.
But he just said, yes, sales is taking additional visits. Yes, people are throwing more money and more time at him, but I remain confident in my crystal ball. So I just feel like that needs to be said again, because I think, and he is deciding in July. So I didn't know that information either. So I think that's new, that he will be committing before his senior season. So
how about the new ranking for I'm seeing right here for wide receiver Brandon Sharp?
Yeah,
We just talked
that was
about
my second thing. Yeah, Sharp, who we gave a lot of airtime to yesterday, bumped to
Last
4-star status.
Yeah, dude. How about we get another Sharp with an E as a last name? Like that's pretty cool. All right. Yeah, I was gonna go make sure it was Wilt Fong, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Wilt Fong. That's exciting news. Again, I cautioned everybody last time we talked sales when the big news came out that I think Wilt Fong originally, but not officially, kind of tweeted out he was going to put a crystal ball on it. Pump the brakes. Be excited in December when he signs. Then we can celebrate. But celebrate for a little bit and then move on. All right. Let's get to some program news. Not a whole lot. Did we talk back in the day? There's some stadium renovations going on, nothing too crazy. Biggest one being the north end zone. They're doing something with the screens. The other one, it's pretty cool if you haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen it, I don't know how you haven't seen it. I'm going to try to say haven't seen it again. Cignetti's the face of college football. Straight up. Video game, real life, everything. He's in the new NCAA 27. He's on the front of just the ultimate cover, Seth?
Deluxe
cover.
and
the
VIP.
Deluxe cover. Okay. Front and center there with Memorial Stadium in the background. One of my Purdue butthole friends pointed out that the stadium is half full.
It wasn't me this time.
It wasn't you. And honestly, shame on EA. They literally could have picked any other game at Memorial Stadium, but they picked the one where there was a giant, massive, severe thunderstorm that came through at halftime, and a lot of people left. So that's it. That's just, picking things. And then he's also in the intro. And that's, Seth, is that the intro that plays just as soon as you open it for the first time? Or is that every time if you kind of like let it go through its thing at the beginning?
It should be that initial load screen. So it should be that pop-up that says press start to launch or whatever that is.
Gotcha. So Sig was
integral.
Awesome. I've got a question. And Brandon, I'm assuming you've seen it. You're not a big video game guy, but I'm sure you've seen it. And this goes to Seth too. Were you guys surprised at how natural that seemed to him? Because doesn't he seems pretty like rough, right? Usually in press conferences and everything else, he was really good in that.
So this was a script writer wrote his script in a studio where he practiced multiple times. I mean, that's where these things happen. And how these things go. So I agree. It sounded awesome. But he is not that naturally Fernando, I will say. But it was absolutely incredible. I mean, it almost sounded like something out of a movie, like something you'd see out of like the movie Miracle or Remember the Titans or something. It was like that. Amazing of a speech.
Friday Night Lights.
It was really good, and that script writer deserves a raise.
Yep, Seth, your thoughts on it? Then we'll move on to one bonus topic I threw in there in case you guys want to talk about it. But no, did you think anything was different?
I love every part of it, but that like trademark little bitch please smirk thing he has. For him to be wearing that on the front cover, I thought was a little aggressive.
Okay.
That was
would you say it was on the nose?
It was on the nose. So if you go to the Indiana football Instagram account, or I'm assuming TikTok as well, there's actually a reel of like a behind the scenes of shooting that and taking the pictures. And they were actually like, there's this part where they actually take the picture, like the one that makes the front. And he's just kind of standing there, like doing his normal crap. I want to know how hard it was for them to get him out of the 24-25 CFP pullover he always wears. And just to get him to wear a normal, just red IU pullover. But there's a part where he's sitting there and they're like, do the face or smirk at the camera or something. So he doesn't constantly look like that, Seth. That's what I'm trying to get at. It was put on for the show. All right. Check it out if you guys haven't checked it out. It's all over IU social media. The next one, IU link here. And I know it's been exhaustively talked about, but I know Brandon has opinions. Seth has a ton of opinions. Do you guys want to talk about Brendan Sorsby?
It was one of my randos. So yeah, I mean, let's get it out of the way now.
So yeah, this is my sack. So let's go.
This is for you guys. I'm sitting back.
I think it is everything that is wrong with modern day athletics because it just shows how little the NCAA has control. Ultimately, this is about local politics, local money, and local power, right? If this was not in Texas, there's no way this happens. This happens in Cincinnati. If this happens in, wherever, it's not happening. But, power corrupts power. And that's exactly what this is. And, it's nothing new. College sports has always been bad. I had one friend text me, he's like, college football is at its lowest point ever. And I responded, I go, no, just everyone can see the dirty details now. This stuff was always happening. It just social media didn't exist, and the amount of coverage didn't exist, and the amount of access didn't exist. And I think in order for things to get fixed, things like this have to happen. And ultimately, I don't think he plays a single down of college football.
Yeah, the only thing I disagree with slightly is I think this happens in so many other college towns. I think that's a little bit naive to think this is only a Texas issue.
No.
I think this happens in Columbus. Right.
I meant like if Sorsby was tried in another state.
Oh, okay. I got you. If he was contextually outed. Okay. Sorry.
Correct. I'm not saying this is a Texas thing. I mean, again, I think every power university in the country would have a judge that would go this way. I'm saying if it was non-localized.
Okay, got it. Yeah, then I completely agree. And then I also hear a lot of people blaming the NCAA on this, and while the NCAA is absolutely at fault for so many things and has been proven ineffectual and feckless time and time again, this is a situation in which their hands are absolutely tied and they have been exposed as a toothless organization from an enforcement standpoint. The Big 12 has some kind of enforcement capabilities, but they would never enforce it because as a you can't ostracize your own schools. And this whole like mini coup that other schools are saying, we're never going to play them. Rattle, rattle, thunderclatter, bang, bang, bang. Shit, I haven't got myself on that one. Like you get mad about it. You want to protest them. You want to say that this isn't right. But then like Georgia's the one who's causing the stink. And it's like, brother, you're the purveyor of righteousness. Oh, come on, brother. So there's just so much hypocrisy all the way down, so much to spread, and it's been the creed of the NCAA and the association ever since they started getting into broadcast marketing rights. I mean, it's if you even want to go back to the initial hypocrisy of, beer commercial followed by a car commercial, and nobody ever puts the connection together of drinking and driving. Like, it's like, that's how it starts. And then it's now gambling in commercials. It's like, oh, you're not going to gamble in the game you're watching. Okay. There's just so many levels of.
Do you think he plays, Seth?
I sure as shit hope not.
No, that's not an answer. Do you think he plays?
So if we've learned anything from Texas Tech, and I've been watching them since the basketball seasons of the last couple of years, the softball seasons that have been ongoing, what is it like? All hat, no cattle. There's a lot of brain, there's a lot of money, not a lot of brain. And they like to be in the spotlight. They love the attention. I think they almost like being the bad guys to a certain extent, but they're also everybody's little brother. They're Texas's little brother. They're Texas A&M's little brother. Shit, like Texas State doesn't even give it, doesn't care about Texas Tech. North Texas is like Texas Tech. Okay, whatever. And this is how they try to gain relevancy. It's absurd, and they have tons of funding.
Yes, he's going to play. I'll say that. Here's
a hypothetical. Still didn't give an answer after
because they're going to say yes. They're going to play him. I saw the Kirby Hocutt statement today. It's absolutely pathetic. I understand the frustration. It's not frustration, sir. This is not. It's absurdity. We're not frustrated by the situation. Your hands are not tied by some kind of unforeseen circumstances, and you're bound to some law. No, you sought the legal process. You sought to bring him in. You are the risk. And you're saying, oh, I'm the victim in this whole thing. No, you are the perpetrator. And I'm so tired of people proclaiming victimhood when clearly the aggressor of the situation.
I'm gonna, since we're talking about Texas,
hypothetical.
This happened in Arizona. There's a famous line from one of my favorite movies, and it goes something like this: "My hypocrisy only goes so far," and I think somebody steps up and says that and doesn't let this go through.
I think
oh my gosh,
because
no
Texas
chance he
Tech,
plays.
I think because Texas Tech suffers no implications, I think the NCAA has a more likelihood that they go after Cincinnati and they go after Indiana. I think ultimately, because of their inability to prosecute Texas Tech or punish them in any kind of foreseeable way, I think what ultimately happens is Cincinnati and Indiana vacate wins from the games in which, or from the seasons in which he played, and probably have a scholarship reduction of some kind. I think ultimately they get screwed out of this, and Texas Tech money walks. That's how
So
I think
here's
this goes.
here's my
and
thought.
I think he plays all season.
Here's my thought.
I don't think the 2-game suspension even happens.
I don't see how they can go back and touch anybody, even Texas Tech, honestly. But now that it's all come out and Texas, they've ruled him ineligible, and then he's gone to court, and then they've taken that back. I think you're right on one part. I think if he plays, then they lay the hammer down somehow. Here's the hypothetical I was trying to get off earlier. Let's see what you guys think. Had the decision gone the other way, right? Maybe he doesn't get tried in Texas or wherever it was done. What if it goes the other way? Don't you feel worse then as an IU, Cincinnati, or Texas Tech fan if they tell him like absolutely not, you're not going to play? Then I think, not to bring up a phrase from last pod, the butt would be puckering at that point.
Well, they banned Hunter Deckers for life. He gambled on sports. That was at Iowa State.
Yep.
Yeah.
Banned him for life. So I see this very much.
I just don't see
that,
how they go back and retroactively get IU or Cincinnati for it.
Well, the other thing that Kirby Hocutt said is he goes, "This is not a black or white issue," and I absolutely disagree with that as well. It is a black or white issue. You either gambled on the sport or you didn't. You either gambled illegally or you didn't. He had an entire conspiracy enterprise to gamble illegally on sports. There is no gray area here.
Completely agree. It is as big of a black eye as Pete Rose.
Oh God, Seth loves the Pete Rose comparison.
It's
absolutely. He's absolutely right.
It's the absolutely right thing. And gambling is awesome. Doc Holliday is awesome. Tombstone is awesome. This is not. This is horrible, and I feel like I'm taking crazy pills because it seems like the easiest decision in the world. Like this is black and white. It is easy. You broke a rule. You can't play. I'm not going to get on my soapbox and say how there just aren't any consequences in the world anymore, it seems like. And it's so frustrating for easy situations like this to not be a situation.
Can I ask something as somebody that's not, number one, doesn't really care, and number two, hasn't done as much reading or research into this as you two. Outside of the games that have been talked about at IU, how much football did he bet on? College football.
God, there's so many bets. There's like 10,000 bets. He was betting balls and strikes at a Reds baseball game.
So, and again, this is
like
just
his gambling was very reminiscent of a very good friend of yours who bets on if there is he bets your friend that bets on every golfer on every hole is equivalent to what he was betting on, like Eastern European table tennis.
Mm-hmm. You gotta chase, man. Sometimes you gotta chase, bro.
He clearly
had at least 40
I would be best friends with him, and I don't think he would be. He should play college football. I think both things can be true. Like, I don't think any of us are degenerate gamblers, but I think we gamble enough to have fun, right? And like the stuff is funny on the surface, but then just like the more I talk about it, the more it just makes me disappointed. I don't know if I get to the point of angry, but like Seth just kept saying black and white. This is, you broke a rule, you can't play. Like
he broke the rule at least 340 times. 300.
My 4-year-old understands that if you don't behave at school, you don't get a dessert. Like, there's consequences to actions. He broke one of the worst rules that you can break in the world of sports. You can't play. I mean, you just can't play. And that's why, maybe I'm putting faith in nothing. Who knows that song? Thinking he won't play, but I gotta believe in it, or I'll just absolutely lose my mind.
Well, yeah, your heart's going to be in blender on this because according to Yahoo Sports, ESPN, and the New York Times, he placed at least 40 bets, individual bets on IU football specifically, and at least 300 other college football team, 340 college football 300 other college football bets unrelated to Indiana football. So at least 340 college football related bets.
Okay. Lock him up. Throw away the key. He needs to be done. I'm with you. I thought it was just the 40 on IU, and then he was betting on everything else. I got you. All right. That's enough, right? That
is enough. Because there's no debate. It's bad podcasting because there's no debate. I think we all agree.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you more.
I have a debate. Seth knows my debate.
Is it a master one?
Oh.
Here's Brandon. Well, Brandon's not gonna like this, but I'll just say this so that way you can hear it and everybody else. I have no problem with him betting on IU to win games.
No,
he's not throwing games.
Pete
He's
Rose,
not
be
doing
quiet.
anything else. I had no problem with that. I know you're going to keep saying Pete Rose, right?
I bet on my team
no
because I believe in them so much.
Well,
put me in the Hall of Fame.
I wish he was from Cincinnati so that we could blame it on that. He just went to Cincinnati. So
once you get that Cincinnati on you, though, it's tough.
It's hard to get off.
But once you get it in you, it then comes out of you in bursts.
Oh,
what? You've never eaten the pizza down there? It's not pizza. Oh God, it's so bad.
It's not chili.
Oh God,
La Rosa's.
It's not pizza. No, the chili's not real chili either. La Rosa's, yeah. You've seen the new ballpark thing, right? The La Rosa slice with the skyline chili dog on top of it.
It's an abomination,
dude. I'd try it.
Since it's shitty, that's why they call it that. Because when you go there, it don't come out right.
Oh, God. All right. You know what? Let's take the break here, and then we'll go and we'll preview.
We've ever had to take a break before the preview.
I know. We'll go and we'll preview Northwestern. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Yeah. So moving on. All right, this is what we're here for. No more Cincinnati Sorsby talk. Let's talk Wildcats of Northwestern. Game number 4 on Friday, Brandon's favorite day for college football. Friday, 9:25. It's an 8 p.m. kickoff. I believe it's on Fox. I didn't check that, but I believe it's a Fox game. Big Ten opener for IU. IU on a current 2-game win streak against Northwestern. The series still in Northwestern's favor, who is now the all-time losingest team in college football history, correct? Is that right? Seth? He's looking it up. It
is on Fox, by the way. You are right, big
There you go. He will Tony Reali us at the end of the show. IU is down in the series 36-47 and 1 tie. The previous matchup was in 2024 when IU went into Evanston in that lacrosse stadium and beat them 41-24, a game that was not close and then kind of close, and then it was fine. And then came the awkward but somewhat adopted "Go IU" chant from Sig on his way off the field. Northwestern, surprisingly, with the schedule that they have, getting 5.5 over/under on wins and losses. They start
not a chance.
No, they start easy. I had the whole schedule on here and then I took it off, but they have got a stretch.
I got it in front of me. Let's do it. I miss actually doing this. This is fun. Can we do
They're going to start 2-0. Go ahead.
South Dakota State.
Yeah.
Tough team.
At home.
Win.
But they'll win.
Colorado, the worst team in the Big 12.
Win.
Yep, win.
2-0. Indiana.
No.
Loss.
2-1. Hosting Penn State.
Loss.
So this is funny because on the
Another
preview,
Friday night game.
yes, that's there we go. Perfect. That is the opening of
That's a win,
Ryan
boys.
Field.
That's a win.
New Ryan
That's a
Field.
win.
It is a win
I
in
lost
my
it.
in my book.
3-1. Let's do it.
Ball State.
Win.
Win. They're terrible.
No.
They're bad. Like
4-1.
they're supposed to be really bad.
At Michigan State.
Loss. Loss. Pat
win.
Fitzgerald against his old team. I'm going loss.
I'm going loss, dude.
Oh, okay. Go for a loss.
So at 4-2.
Yep.
Home against Rutgers, who's really bad.
Win.
5-2.
And now
And
it
then-
hits the
and
fan,
then-
doesn't it?
Yep.
And then after this, it gets bad, boys.
Okay, so is this where Oregon starts? Because I want to
Yep.
get this off. This is
On
according
Halloween.
to CBS Sports. These next 3 games are the hardest stretch of all of college football, right here. Go ahead.
At Oregon.
Loss.
Home against Iowa.
Loss.
Away at Ohio State.
Loss.
And then going to go right back on the road to Minnesota.
Loss.
Ugh, I hate
Yes.
They are
Minnesota.
beat up.
All right, win or loss. I mean,
So they put them at 5-6, heading into Illinois, who is in a down year.
they're
Down.
down.
Win.
Is it at
This
Wrigley?
is the
Do we
swing
know?
game for me. It's the Penn State game and this Illinois game for me. They have to go 1-1 if they want to get to 6 wins.
Yep.
They have to go 1-1, home against Penn State, home against Illinois. If they want any shot at a bowl game, they have to go 1-1. I don't think so. I think when you lose that many games in a row in this modern age of football where players are already looking to transfer, I just think they're down bad. And it's Northwestern is favored -3.5.
So
That line
here's
is already out. So I think they go.
that's
5-6.
out already. That's interesting.
No,
Here's an
Illinois is favored.
Oh,
3.5.
Illinois' favorite. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
Here's a fun part of their schedule, boys, because we didn't say the words bye week. Their bye week comes week 2. They play consecutive weekends from September 19th to November 28th. They are going to be worn out. I don't know. Maybe they get up for that Illinois game. That's a big rivalry game for them.
5-2, and I think they lose 5 straight, which is just tough.
I think Braun's out if that happens, but we'll see.
No,
All right.
I mean,
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Good transition. Head coach David Braun going into his 3rd full season as a head coach for Northwestern. Did have an interim gig there for a little bit when Fitzgerald was let go. He's got a record of 12-13 as a head coach and 19-19 overall at Northwestern.
But
He's
isn't
got-
that good at Northwestern? Like, if
go look at Fitzgerald. But Fitzgerald always had him on a roller coaster, right?
Mhm.
Either possible Big Ten West champions or 2 wins. And then next season, 8 or 9, and then 2 wins. So you're right. You could be right, Brandon. But here's what he's getting. And he's got some big time stuff coming in on offense. And you don't really think offense too much when you think Northwestern right now, but he's got Aiden Childs coming in at quarterback. He's also got new offensive coordinator Chip Kelly and quarterback coach Jerry Neuheisel, who I think they were both at UCLA, correct?
Mhm.
Chip got fired and Jerry was like the rage of the country for like a 2-week stretch.
Yep, that's right. So it's funny because they're going to be really run heavy. We know this with Chip Kelly. They've got a really good running back coming in, or still there with Caleb Komalafi, whatever. You can help me out with that one. They do have 3 good ones. He was almost 1,000 yards. He took over in the season as the leading rusher. 5 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns. They've also added Florida State transfer Gavin Sawchuk, who is a smidge under 500 yards and 8 tutties. And they've got another guy too that's on the roster, been on the roster. Didn't write his name down, but he has a
Joseph Hyman
Jr.
the second.
Yes, or the second, whatever. If you care about their wide receivers, they've got a good senior and Griffin Wild.
They got an all conference. He's all conference.
He is good. He's good. I wanted to go look up, Seth. Can you look up his numbers against IU in 24? Because that name sounds familiar, but I didn't look that up, and I wanted to look it up and just forgot. So, so they've got some pieces, right? The problem, I
Griffin
think,
Wild,
at least from what I've at least from what I've read, is that their offensive line is hit or miss. And there's a lot of new pieces.
I disagree on the hit or miss. They have a PFF top 10 guard in Azomo or a Toke, and then they have a returning starter in Grant Seagrin, right? So they have a pretty decent interior line. It's that they have 2 brand new tackles with very little experience, and they have basically no depth and will be starting either a true or redshirt freshman in that other guard spot.
Yeah.
So like, I guess you are right. Hit or miss. Like they have like 2 potential NFL guys and then nothing. Like,
what does that sound like? Does that not sound like every IU offensive line up into 2024?
And you almost couldn't have a worse combination with Aiden Childs because the dude will not stay in the pocket. And with 2 bad tackles, he's going to need to lean on that interior offensive line. So I think it's a horrific combo. You worry less about an interior offensive line with a quarterback that wants to get outside the tackles. But when your tackles, you don't know if they're going to block. That seems like the worst case scenario.
Yeah. Seth, you had an update on on Griffin?
Griffin. Yeah. So Griffin Wild has only been Northwestern. This will be his second year there, despite being a third-year guy.
Right.
He spent his first 2 years at South Dakota State.
Yes.
South Dakota State, where he had almost 1,600 yards, 18 touchdowns before last year coming to Northwestern and doing the 71, 880, and 8. So
that would have been with Brandon's boy at quarterback out at South Dakota State, right? Is that what is his name? Gronowski?
Yeah, that would have been Gronowski before he went to Iowa.
Go.
And also Griffin Wild he's more of a slot spread option guy, which fits Chip Kelly really, really well, but doesn't fit Aiden Childs at all. Aiden Childs wants that alpha, throw it up, deep ball receiver, like Nick Marsh. Nick Marsh would be good with any quarterback, right? But like Nick Marsh can just go up and get it. He can go down. He can stretch the field. Like Griffin Wild is more of your, like I said, like slot receiver, finding dead spots in the zone, crisp routes. Like that's how Griffin plays. So the wide receiver 1 doesn't really fit with the way QB1 plays. Again, I think you're going to hear this a lot in the next 10 or 15 minutes, but I don't think they could have picked the worst quarterback. They
have another one. They got another transfer in, right, Seth? Do you have that in front of you, their roster by chance? There's another transfer quarterback in. I assume Aiden's coming in and taking it day one.
It's West Virginia guy. Yeah.
That's right. And he was terrible. He was like that's right. I read this.
He got Neil Brown fired. I mean, yes. Neil Brown sucks, but like
he was a high-end 4-star recruit, I believe, out of high school and was benched. You know who else was benched that I forgot about? Aiden. So they've got 2 benched starting quarterbacks starting for them. Possibly.
You know, when you have 2 benched starting
freshmen, I believe.
Got none.
Hey, you might have one. You might have one if they get benched. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he does because he's talented. We know he's talented, but with a offensive, you got to call him this. I know you guys are both going to roll your eyes at this. An offensive mastermind in Chip Kelly, and what people are touting as a really good quarterback coach in Neuheisel. It'll be interesting to see if they can
didn't
do
anything with Nico, and Nico's a better prospect than Aiden
sucks.
Childs.
Nico
is a better quarterback than Aiden Childs.
Yeah,
and
so that's what I was going
to anything with him.
That's what I was going to bring up. Is you said you thought it was a really weird fit between the quarterback and the system, and I couldn't agree more. Initially, where I thought about it, I was like, wait, they had Nico. What does Aiden Childs want to do? He wants to be Nico, and even though we don't like necessarily Nico, and we have I think 8 hours of us already telling you your thoughts about Aiden Childs. I don't think they think it's a better fit than we do. I think they've convinced themselves that they're going to get I just think that it's such a weird fit.
I hope Chip Kelly likes the unemployment office then.
But he's going to run. They're going to run him so much.
I think Griffin Wild is going to have a really good option routes, like you said. I think he's 6'2", 200 pounds. He's a guy who can get open. He's not afraid to get hit. But you want to play a quarterback. You want a guy who's going to sit in the pocket until the last second.
Couldn't be happier we didn't get him.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't get him. I love Josh Hoover compared to him. I do think he's got raw talent. That if they can develop him, his size, the way he does throw the ball when he throws the ball is smooth and impressive. He runs well.
Coming from the guy that bought an Anthony Richardson jersey, none of this is surprising.
Nah, hey.
And
that was on pure potential. I cannot say any of that for Anthony Richardson other than he has a cannon for an arm. Where it's going to go, nobody knows.
All I know is Riley Leonard's battling for QB2, most recent Indy Star article.
Oh, no. Not another bad season. We'll see.
Nico Mershiel was a Virginia guy.
There you go. Oh, they do have another Nico then. Look at that. All right, defense. Not as much info there. There's not a lot to get excited about here. Pretty solid defense last year, 31st overall. They were top 50 against the run. That's kind of their strength, or was their strength. On offense last year, especially, they held the ball a ton. So their defense didn't have as much work to do. But they've lost a lot of talent on the defensive line to a graduation or to transfers. They brought some pieces in. They're going to have 2 new starting linebackers from what I've read. There is a really, really good safety on the team, though. Robert Fitzgerald, they got 114 tackles from the safety position and leading tackler last season. Other than that, I don't see, as I said, a lot to get excited for. Now, here's the thing. David Braun is a defensive coach. Northwestern, usually pretty solid defensively, traditionally pretty solid team. I don't think they're going to be that bad defensively, but I don't see. Overall, basically what I'm saying is I think they're going to be a third game in for them. It's still going to be a work in progress. Offensively, the defense is going to have to do something for them. I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're all right there at 5 or 7 or 6 and 6. This is going to be an average team. They're not bad, but they're not good. Last thing I have in this, what do we think the spread's going to be, guys?
Oh, you don't have it, do you? It's not out yet.
It is not out, but I'm pretty confident.
Okay.
23.
I had 2 numbers pop in. I'm going to
take it a point higher, Seth. I was going to say that they're going to like that 24 point hook.
Me too.
They're going to like that 24 and a half point hook.
You ready for that? My other one was 27 and a half.
It might finish at that. It might finish at that. I think it opens at 24 and a half.
Because that place, again, I know we talked about opening game and that place rocking for different circumstances. Whether Brandon likes it on a Friday night or not, we've been to Friday night games. We went to a Friday night game. Did we have a Friday night game last year? Yeah, it was against Indiana State. And it was still packed. The stadium was still packed. That place is going to be crazy. Big Ten opener. If we're going in 3-0 as we should, I don't. Yeah, 27.5 sounds good to me.
Oh,
But we'll
I'm
see.
hoping it's
I don't know.
24.5 because I am hammering it because, again, I think our defensive line against those tackles, it could be a long night. Long night.
Yeah. Yep. You could be eating a lot of humble pie, too, when Toby is the one that's just sitting on top of Aiden the entire game. So I know, don't you forget, because I won't forget that you said that he won't be the starter. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Let's do Brando's Randos. Seth, if you have anything. Oh, Seth's got some stuff. He's going to clean some stuff up.
Bruce is the linebacker who had like 81 tackles last year. Really good guy back. Kobe McKenzie, linebacker from Oklahoma. Really good transfer they got coming in. And Brendan Day Fernandez, he's been at Central Iowa before. Really talented corner who I expect to be kind of the glue of their defense.
Cool.
That was.
Thanks. You don't think Fitzgerald to be the glue of the defense?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's the star. You got to have additional pieces. You can't just have 8 stars. You got to have some stars, some glue. Right. I gave him glue.
Is that Pat's kid, by the way? Do we know that?
No chance.
Look that up.
No chance.
Okay. No chance. I mean, he's pretty good.
Let's just keep going.
All right. We'll keep moving.
Okay.
All right, Brando. Hit your randos.
So I thought about putting this into Stump the Seth, but I really love my Stump the Seth question. So my question is, who is the best Northwestern quarterback in the last 25 years? The player I would have picked isn't at all who came up in ChatGPT. So
I would have to go do some research. I'm gonna go with Peyton Ramsey.
I would have had him like as the first couple. No, nowhere on the list from ChatGPT. Peyton Ramsey.
He took him to a
Caleb
Big Ten
Thorson. Is that a name?
Clayton Thorson is the Robots' hands down number one.
Okay.
Hands down, unchallenged number one.
Oh, I've got an answer. I think. Yeah. How about you guys remember Dan Persa?
I don't. I remember the quarterback.
Yes, I do. Small guy.
He played from 2008 to 2011. He set the FBS record for single season completion percentage at 73.5. He earned all first team Big Ten and was named Big Ten co-offensive player of the year in 2011.
So I would have said Ramsey and Trevor Siemian. That's who I would have.
Siemian, good call. Good call.
Siemian
didn't make the list, and neither did Ramsey.
Siemian led a 10-win season, but then he's mostly known as the guy who said, "I want to get paid." He's the one that kind of ended the NCAA football games.
Oh yeah, he can go to hell.
But yeah, Clayton Thorson is the Robots' number one answer by a long shot.
Yeah, that was Google's number 2 answer. The one I gave you was their number 1. But yeah, Ramsey. I don't know what Ramsey's stats were that season, but I just thought the last time they were in a Big Ten championship game, fairly recently, he was the one that took them there. So yeah. There we go.
Sticking with Northwestern, have you guys seen the pictures of those stadium renderings? And do you think it could be the best looking stadium in the Big Ten?
Yes. And I'll give you my opinion on one specific special part of it. And it's the student section with no seats. I don't know if you've seen this or not, Brandon, or heard this.
Yep.
There are no seats in the student section so that they can make it into a, quote, European soccer-like environment.
Just sick.
Yes, 100%. I like it, and it's even smaller than their previous stadium that was very small. For a reason. They understand we are Northwestern. We don't have a massive alumni base. We don't have a massive alumni base that cares about sports. Let's make this perfect. And I think they probably did. I can't wait to go see a game up there.
I want to. Let's do it. Like, I'm not big for going on road games, but like, I think this is not only going to be one of the best stadiums in the Big Ten, but one of the best stadiums in the country.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh wow.
Sticking with Chicago, now that the Cubs are no longer good, are you guys out on baseball? Are you guys finally with me? And
Yes,
done
they
with
never
baseball?
were good. It was smoke and mirrors. Yes.
Okay. Let's move a little southeast to Hammond. Do you guys, again, we don't need to get too into it because this pod's already long enough, but do you think the Bears play in Hammond?
No. Oh,
You
he's
just
thinking.
don't want it to happen. You just can't afford the implications of just how Chicago I am. And Brandon even is. Because at that point, I mean,
You think that
Northwestern,
justifies
Indiana,
you?
Chicago.
You think that's what okay.
You told me it does. You've told me offline.
I have enough
You're damn right.
209 pride, and I hate Chicago enough. I want it to happen so freaking bad. Like, so bad. The amount that I dislike Chicago is immense, and I don't have the most hometown pride, but I have enough to want to stick it to Chicago.
The only time I've ever heard of Wolf Lake outside of the Bears context are jokes about three-eyed fish. I mean, that's literally it.
In the mafia. The mafia.
Well, yeah. Sorry. And dead bodies. Yeah.
Dead bodies.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've heard that more than the three-eyed fish.
Yeah, we dump them off the sky bridge, just push them down into the Wolf Lake there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only two things.
Jesus Christ. Brandon, by the way, 2028 IU is at Northwestern.
We are there.
Yep. It's another 8-game home schedule. The away games are at Northwestern, at Penn State, at UCLA, at Wisconsin.
I don't think the Hammond Bears Stadium will be up yet, so we can't do like a combo. But that would be sick. All right, I'm not a soccer guy. Everyone who listens to this pod and you two know, not a soccer guy. But I get really into anything you say. I love the Olympics. I am pumped for Friday night, game 1 of the World Cup. Are you guys excited for it?
Well, technically it starts Thursday, tomorrow.
I won't be watching any other game but USA. I'm just going to put that. I will be watching 0 of the World Cup outside of USA.
Well, then you won't be watching it very long.
No.
Yes, I am excited. I think I've got the neighbor down the street that's also an Arsenal fan coming over to watch it. I'll also be following my club's players that are playing in a bunch of different things. So like England, France, those kind of teams, I'll be watching those, but just cheering for specific players in those circumstances. But yeah, I think the United States they've got a chance at least to get out of the group. And if here's the fun part, kind of, not really, if they were to finish second in the group, which I think is odds on favorite, and Iran finishes second in their group, which I believe are odds on favorite for their group, that would match the United States and Iran up in the quarterfinals, which Seth is pumped about.
That's all I got, boys. That's all I got. I can't do any more soccer talk. That's it.
I didn't know. I forgot it was happening. I thought it was still like months away. I thought it was going to be like in August or something. So this is a little bit surprising.
Oh my gosh. I wish it was in July. I wish it was post NBA finals and NHL Stanley Cup so that we had the gap was a little bit shorter, but we'll see. Do you want to do your stump the Seth here, Brandon, before he does?
Well, I have no sack, so there's no other place to do it.
All right. I've got one too. Mine's NBA related, but I'll be interested to hear what yours is.
So I got to do the sack and then I got to go pick up my kids.
All right.
But this is probably going to be a 4 or 5 minute discussion. How many players are remaining from the Tom Allen teams?
Remaining just on IU?
Correct. How many Tom Allen
so Taven
players?
Doesn't count because he's at North Texas.
Correct. How many players from Tom Allen's team will still be on the 2026 Indiana Hoosiers?
Carter Smith.
Yes.
Jamari Sharp.
Yes.
Bray Lynch.
Yes.
Drew Evans.
Yes.
Jackson Wasserstrom. Whatever his name is.
We're doing scholarship players only.
Okay. Well, he might get a scholarship.
He might.
Utzinger, Turner, Jones.
Turner. Yes. Turner. Yes. So you're at 5.
You got Jones too?
No.
Nope. 6.
And you got Sharp already.
Yep.
Farrell.
Yes. 7.
No.
I'm trying to think defensive line. I don't think
Nico's not
there.
Just so this can go forever. Nico is
Tyler Cherry. Oh, and
Nico
Tyler
is,
Cherry.
yeah. Tyler Cherry, good call. That's a good call. I don't.
I'm out.
You're 80% of the way there. It's there's.
Can you give me position?
left.
Give me position.
Wide receiver.
I was just thinking wide receiver, and it's a scholarship player.
Oh, come on! This guy is incredible.
Charlie Becker. Duh.
Yep.
Linebacker
turned edge.
Linebacker. Oh, God. Quentin? Is that his
Clark.
name? Quentin Clark.
You're thinking of a guy who played in the national championship and was a significant part of their win. He did not start the game, but finished the game.
A Johnny?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. I can still see Khalil Benson jogging off the field in the national championship.
He will be, I have said before, he will be a starter this year. I'm not saying the position.
What about offense or defense?
Offense.
Starter on offense. Oh, Barker.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
No.
You love him, Bragg.
I love him. You think he'll be a starter on offense? Oh.
A late commit of 23 class. He was a flip. He was a flip.
Not Kobe.
It was Kobe Martin.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was.
Okay.
Yep.
There we
Last
go.
guy, there's no way you would get, but Austin Libfried.
Oh, yeah.
The 6th, 7th lineman this year was a Bostad, Wisconsin guy.
Good call.
So 14. There are 14 on the 84-man roster. Potentially 15 if he wasn't on this list, but we know he played for the Tom Allen team. So I thought that was pretty impressive. I think Tom Allen's hands are still firmly on those teams. I mean, look how many starters there are. Caden, starter. Isaiah Jones, starter. Carter Smith, starter. Bray Lynch, starter. Jamari Sharp, starter. Nico, starter. Amari, starter. Charlie,
Becker,
starter.
yep.
Kobe, starter. Ajani, starter. 10,
imagine being such a bad coach.
Drew Evans, 11. 11 of the 24 starters, 11 of the 24 starters, including kicker and punter, are going to be Tom Allen recruits. I just thought that was super interesting. Super interesting.
Yeah, it is. Mine's not as interesting. We should have saved yours for the last.
I got to go, guys. It is 5:30. Right. I got to go.
See you later.
Bye.
I'm going to try to stump Seth here. Cheers. What NBA logo is the only one that has not changed from its original logo? Think out loud.
The Knicks.
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. Probably it's more recent. No. Because I'll say all the recent ones have changed pretty dramatically at some point. Not the Cavs, not the Bulls, not the Bucks, not the Pistons?
No.
The
The
Bulls.
Pistons, remember they had that? Yeah, it's the Bulls.
Yeah, Bulls.
It's the Bulls.
It's been
Pistons.
the
I was
two horns.
shocked. I was shocked. So my initial thought was Blazers
Yeah.
because it's such an old logo. Pacers, no, I know that one. I'm trying to think. You have to think of
Yep.
like those older logos, which is where you got with the Pistons, but you forgot about the horse era of the Pistons.
Yeah.
The
I totally
Grant
did the
Hill-
90s with the I was so
Yeah,
sick.
with
The teal. Oh,
and the dark red. Yeah, dude.
oh, so good.
I had a teal Grant Hill jersey. It was sick. I'm trying to think of some other
everybody did.
Knicks was a very popular pick. Boston was a popular pick.
Right, like the Magic didn't change theirs forever, but they just changed theirs in the last like
just
couple of
changed it.
years.
I don't know how the
Um,
Heat have changed theirs. Unless, well, I guess
they've
it used to
added
just
the words
be
and taken the
I think it was
words
the other way
off.
around. I think it was the other way
Okay.
around. They got rid of there used to be the H with like the little flame that came out of the top. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Right.
Out of
Yep.
one of the sticks, and now it's just the basketball that's on fire going through the hoop or whatever. I
Yep.
think
The
Suns-
Suns has had a couple of good ones, but they've always been the
Mhm.
same, like similar but different enough. The Clippers just
Here's-
dramatically changed theirs.
yes. Here's
The
a big
Lakers,
one,
but it's been forever.
but they
so
were
there's no way.
Minneapolis. Yeah.
Yep.
Here's one that's tricky. Is the Thunder? I mean, I think they went from having that one that just said
they were
Thunder on
Seattle.
it. Well, that's the thing. Like, but has Oklahoma City changed their logo? Yes, technically. They went from saying like Thunder, and now I just think it's like just that stupid OKC.
Yeah, it is.
Logo.
Yep. That is the
So-
official now.
Yeah, the
Ugh.
Bulls though. Shocked about that one.
Yeah.
Shocked.
For them.
I'm also shocked that we made it to an hour. We did not talk about
Oh.
Northwestern as much as I thought we were going to talk about them.
Hold on. I do have two last things here. Suffice it to say, I can guarantee you that Pat Fitzgerald is not Robert Fitzgerald's dad.
Okay.
We don't need to get into it, but there's plenty. It's not a racial thing either.
Okay.
His father actually passed away from ALS, so there's a whole
Oh,
story
that's
about it.
not
Yeah, exactly.
Funny.
Yeah, there's no joke there. There's
I
nothing.
thought
It's-
you were. I thought you were.
No,
doing
I know
something
that
else.
he may have been an African American. You're like, oh, obviously, there's no, maybe no,
Yes.
no.
No. Okay. Thank
So
you.
here was the one thing I wanted to clean up. We had said that Northwestern took the lead from IU as the losingest program time. That is correct. With 718 losses, Northwestern has more losses than any other school in NCAA history. IU sitting at 715. So there is a 3-loss gap now. So I looked up 3, 4, and 5 losingest programs. They are absolutely the teams you would probably suspect.
Can I guess?
And I want you to guess them.
Okay.
I can give
Wake
him
Forest.
absolutely. They are 4th at 698.
Nice. Rutgers.
3rd at 708. So just 10 behind Northwestern, 7 behind IU.
Now is the last school? Is it's Power 4, right?
And it's another obvious, kind of generic bad football school.
Oh,
Always gets lumped in with
Oh.
IU. Always gets lumped in with Wake Forest.
always gets lumped in with Kansas.
Yep, there it is at 694.
Nice. I'm pretty good.
That was
at
really good work.
Thanks.
Well,
Well, at
nobody
one point-
knows losers more than
Yeah.
Bragg.
I was gonna say at one point I was monitoring that situation, thinking like, how do we get out of this hole that we're in? And
I remember we started this
we're out.
podcast. You said there was going to take forever to get out of that hole, and it was a heck of a lot quicker than any of us thought.
Yeah, a couple seasons, and when you go, what is it, 30-2? It's pretty. Not 30-2. What do we do? 27-2.
Yeah. 27.
Yeah,
27 and 2.
it's pretty easy. So, all right, let's get out of here. Until next time when we talk, I don't even know who's next on the schedule. Rutgers at Rutgers.
It's too late
I
to look.
think
Come on, I can't produce
It is too
everything.
late. It's okay. I think it's at Rutgers. Well, they'll find out. Everybody will find out next week when we drop it. So it is what it
Wait
is.
on pins and needles. Don't look it up. Wait 7 days.
Yeah,
It'll be
don't
excited
use the
together.
internet, or don't use your brain like we do. All right. See you later. Bye. Cheers. Say something stupid.
Rawr.
Oh my God.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.